Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. Are you looking for some fantastic ideas for Mother's Day, for craft fairs, or for any old time? If you are, stay tuned. So welcome to everyone who stopped by to check out my channel. I am not doing an on-camera appearance today because I truly am not fit for human consumption. But I do have an awesome craft for us today. And here it is. This is a gorgeous folio for Mother's Day. And it is so simple and so easy to make, and it's going to be one of those gifts that will be very inexpensive to make, but carry a big punch. And as you can see, I have gorgeous paper on the outside. We're using a ribbon closure. I am going to just untie this ribbon. Didn't tie it in a bow because I just want it to hang loosely. And when I open it up, it is so simple but so elegant what we have on the inside, y'all. We are just doing tea. And I have 4 packets of tea in my folio, but you could actually add more if you want. But I wanted to keep it very simple. And if you know someone who is a tea drinker, this makes a very thoughtful gift. So very simple to make. Y'all know what time it is. It is time to make it. All right, guys, so here's what we're going to need to make today's project. This will be a chipboard project, but if you don't have chipboard, you can stack cereal boxes or any board type material that you have to make this project. And I do use a medium weight chipboard, so please check the link in the description box if you are interested in knowing any more about the chipboard, the density, and everything else. Click that link and then read the information about the board. We do have one piece that measures 3 1/4 by 9, and we have 2 pieces that measure 3 1/2 by 9. Then I have this beautiful paper, and the paper that I'm using is from this beautiful paper pack from K & Company, and it's called Julienne. Now this is a very old paper pack. I can honestly say that I think I've had this paper for about 10 to 12 years. So I'm not sure if you're going to be able to find this on the market, but if you're looking for it, the SKU is 430-7759734, and it's called Julienne by K & Company. So here is what we're going to need. I have 2 pieces that are cut at 3 1/2 by 3. I have 1 piece that is cut at 7 7/8 by 8 3/4. And then I have a 12 by 12 piece. So here is how I plan on laying these out. This is the outside jacket cover. This is the inside liner. And this will be the tea packet holders. And I think that whole combination is just so gorgeous. And the mixing of the paisley, the flowers, and then the scrolls works on this because we're staying within the same color family and the eye is not pulled elsewhere. So you'll see what I mean as we get into the project even more and we start putting these two together. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this 12 by 12 piece and we're going to place down these pieces in this manner. So I am going to go ahead and peel away my tape. And I'm going to place my first piece down. Oh, like so. And then I'll take my spine, which measures 3 1/4 by 9, and I am going to place it down, giving myself about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. Then I'll take my second piece of chipboard that measures 3 1/2 by 9, and I'm going to place that down, giving myself about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. And I don't know if you guys are able to tell or not, but I am actually in my backyard today. And you should be able to hear the birds on occasion because I think they're happy to see me. So I am just trimming away my excess. And now I'll bring in my stylus. And all I'm going to do is just take that stylus, press it into the chipboard, and drive it into the paper to get a score going all the way around. And I'm even going to take it and go on the inside. And now I can take this and we're just going to stand it up, fold it over on all four sides, and now we can come in with our finger blade, scissors, whatever you use to cut with, and I am going to miter those edges, and basically all I'm doing is trimming away some of that excess paper so that when I fold over, I'll have that nice clean look. And now I'm just going to use my tape runner to place my tape on these fold over pieces. And thank you all so much for the kindness, the thoughts, everything. After I had my second COVID shot, I was really surprised at how fatigued I was and the little headache that I had, but it is gone and I am back to normal, if I ever was normal. So we're going to stand this up, fold these over, get that folded, get that one folded, and then let's bring in our big old spatula or whatever you use to smooth out. Then I'm just going to go along my edges to get everything nice and squared. And this is what we have. So now we can take our liner and we're going to place our liner down just like that. But before I do, I am going to place down a strip of tape because I want to go ahead and place my ribbon. And I'm doing this now because if I don't, y'all know what will happen. I'll forget. So let me just tear that. And then I'm going to take this ribbon and place it down. Now I got this satin ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I have to tell you, this is some really good quality ribbon. I love how it feels. I love how it ties into a bow, and I love how it just lays flat if you want it to. So got this from Dollar Tree. Absolutely love it. So I am going to take my ribbon and just run it across. And then I'll trim away some of that excess. And then I'm going to go ahead and just place a little bit of heat next to the ends. I'm not touching the ribbon. I'm just getting my flame close enough so that it will melt those fibers. And I don't have to worry about the ribbon having any fraying. So once you do that, if you take your hand and just run it along the edge, you'll feel that roughness, and that means that you don't have to worry about that ribbon coming undone. So to make sure that I have complete coverage on this, I am going to take just a little bit of glue, place some glue right there, smooth that out so that that ribbon can definitely stay stuck without coming up. A little bit right there. Now if you want to use a magnetic closure, you can. I like the look of the ribbon with this type of a project because I think it just adds a little bit of charm to it. Now if I was making this for a man, I would probably do a belly band or a magnetic closure, but because I'm going for a feminine look, the ribbon actually works. So I am going to take my tape and just lay down some more tape, basically covering that chipboard. All right, so once we have our tape all over this, and you are able to see that sheen, hopefully, we'll place down our liner sheet, but I did place a piece of tape over that ribbon to make sure I had full tape coverage on this chipboard. So now we're going to take our piece of 7 7/8 by 8 3/4 inch liner. We're going to place it down with the 7 7/8 end going in like this. So I am going to take my glue, place some glue on the edges, and then we'll put this down. All right, y'all, so I'm actually standing up for this, and I am going to try to get this placed down to where it's nice and neat. Now I'm going to bring in my big old spatula and do an initial stick. Then I'll use my paper towel to wipe up any glue that happens to be oozing. So let's go back in with our spatula or whatever it is you're using to smooth everything out. Then I'll take my big old spatula, go in, and get my spines nicely defined. Then I'm going to stand it up and check for bubbling. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's some bubbling right there. So all I need to do at this point is just keep driving that glue until I get that bubbling removed. And then I can check it again. I have a little bubbling still. So all I have to keep doing is moving that glue around and going in with my big old spatula and just getting everything nice and tight. And so now hopefully you're able to see everything lays nice and flat on the top as well as on the bottom. That's exactly what you want. So now we have this gorgeous, gorgeous, vintage looking exterior. I absolutely love how this looks. The inside is going to be so simple. We're going to take our two pieces that measure 3.5 by 3, and on the diagonal, we are simply going to cut it in half. So position your ruler on the diagonal. Your diagonal cut might not be perfect, and that's going to be okay. So there's one, and we'll do it one more time. And then I'll cut my second piece. And so now I have the 4 pockets for my tea. And like I said, super, super easy. So all we're going to do with these is we're going to take them and place them in our book just like that. And then I have decided to decorate mine with rub-ons. So I am basically going to take those rub-ons and just have them coming out of the pocket. So now that I have it where I want it, I am just going to remove that pocket, place that down, and then I'll just go over this with a popsicle stick or whatever you have. You can even go over it with your bone folder, big old spatula, whatever you want to use to get it stuck. Now, if you're interested in finding rub-ons, all you have to do is go to Google and do a search for scrapbook rub-ons. And you will find bunches out there to choose from. So I'm going to peel that away, and you can see that it transferred that image to that side. Now I want to do the same thing on this side, so I am going to take this little rub-on, and I want it coming out like that. So I am just going to remove that backer, take that piece, put it right there, and then I'm just going to rub it in. And so now I can take my pockets and just put them down. So when I place my glue, I am just going to run a very thin bead because we don't need a whole lot of glue on this. And then when I take it, I'm going to place it at the bottom, just like that. Then I'm going to use a scrap piece just to go on the inside to make sure that I don't have any glue that's going to interfere with me putting that tea packet in. And then I'll just keep doing that. So I'm going to take my next pocket, add my glue, take this little cutie, put it right there at the top. You can decorate these even more than I'm decorating, but y'all know me. I'm pretty much a minimalist when it comes to adding my decorations, because sometimes I want the beauty of the paper that I'm using just to be enough. So now we can take our other two and finish this off. And if you hear any background noise with something being tossed around, I do have Loki out here with me, so on occasion you might hear her. So I have my third pocket in. Just going to go in and make sure that I can put that tea down. And then I'll take my last pocket, put it in, and I think it was Jackie Gleason who said how sweet it is. And this really is super, super sweet. So I am going to take this one, put it in just like that. Clean up that excess glue. So then I'm just going to take my bone folder, go on the inside, and just get that opened a little bit. And now I can take these little packets of tea. Bought a whole pack from Tuesday Morning a while back. I think there were 96 teas in the pack, different flavors, and I think they were $9.99. They might have been $7.99, but they were not expensive. So I am just going to tuck in a couple of my packs. And y'all, I have had this one. It's called Jasmine Lavender, and it is so good. So I am going to put that in here because I think whoever gets this will be very happy because they'll love the teas that are in it. Here we have our very simple little tea packet, but I am going to go ahead and close it. My glue is now nice and dry on that ribbon. So I am going to tie just a very simple knot. Not going to do a bow. I'm just going to tie a knot. You can do a bow on yours if you like, or you can actually do some other type of closure. But for this one, I am doing just a very simple ribbon closure, and I'm going to allow the ribbon to hang just as it is. And then the last thing that I think I'm going to do, y'all, is I'm going to take just a little bit of that scrap I have left over and punch out just a little scallop for the front. And then I'm going to take one of my ink pads and just go along the edges with the actual ink pad itself. And this is just a cheapo ink pad from Hobby Lobby, I think, or it might be from Michael's. So I'm just going around the edges to give that a little bit of a distressed look. And then I have these stickers from Photo Play, and they are from the hashtag Think to Remember sticker collection. And if you're looking for this, the SKU is 792436588,749. So all I'm going to do is take this one and I'm going to put it on here just like this. And now I can take this and we're going to put it right on the front, and I think that looks fantastic. So I am going to take my glue, place some glue on the back of this, and we're going to put it down. Hopefully you guys aren't hearing too much of the background noise. Outside there are people doing lawn work at one of the houses next door. I can hear it. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but I hope if you can, it's not too much of a distraction because I do have my door open. Just trying to get that nice and straight. And there we have it, y'all. Such a simple and thoughtful little gift. I am going to untie my ribbon so that I can open this and show you the inside. How beautiful is that? It is so simple yet so pretty, and we don't have to do a whole lot to it. You can embellish as much as you want, but here's a little tip. Pick out some beautiful papers to make that whole collection, and then you don't have to worry about doing a whole lot in the way of embellishments. All I added was some very simple rub-ons, and quite honestly, that's all this needs. And to the front, I just used my punch to punch out a scallop, and then I added a sticker. Doesn't take a whole lot to get this beautiful, beautiful look. So I am going to bring that first one back in so that you can see I followed that same concept, because what I'm doing is I'm letting my paper be the embellishment. And so there we have it, y'all. We have two beautiful little folios that are just filled with tea. Something so simple, yet when we take it and we dress it up in beautiful papers and we make it become so much more than 4 packets of tea. And that's what this channel is all about. It is all about taking the simple and the inexpensive and turning it into something that looks high-end and something that you would purchase in an upscale boutique. And I think we've accomplished that. I am going to tie this one back so we can have one tied and one untied. So I've tied that first one, and I use Dollar Tree ribbon on this one as well. If you haven't had a chance and you have a Dollar Tree that you can go to, check out those ribbons that they have, because this really is good quality satin ribbon. I'm very impressed with how well it works. But we have this one closed and this one open. I love the saying on this one, and I'm going to read it to you guys. It says, "I still remember the days I prayed for the things I have now." And I remember praying for a lot of the things that I have now, and I just feel so blessed, and I feel very blessed that I'm able to do this YouTube channel and share these awesome ideas with you guys. So thank you so much for supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. I'll never be able to say that enough. So I hope that you guys have liked this video. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.